Hey everybody, welcome to Popular Unknown Paintball Live. Um I'm having a few technical difficulties here. Normally I would set up a little bit sooner, and it doesn't sound like my ears are working here. I don't seem to have sound. Bear with me just 1 second, but it's great to see y'all. It's been an off day. Not a bad day or anything, but just been off and busy. And yeah, so bear with me 1 second here. Huh. All right. So we definitely don't have sound in my headphones here, which is never a good thing. Okay, so here we go. Headphones, speakers. I'm terribly sorry. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great day. All right. Anyway, well, we'll just roll with it and we'll see how we can go and whatnot. So I missed last week, and I do apologize for that. We got people saying, yo, great. We have people saying, hey, awesome. Connor, hey, Steve, good to see you. Connor, if you want, I can send you an invite if you want to join in. That's great. And then audio is good on your output. Awesome. Thank you. But the problem is I don't have any in my headphones. So let me just try that one more time. Let me just rejack the phones here and see what it has to say. Try taking the cartridge out and blowing on it. All right. I will in a second, Connor. I just realized that if I send it and I can't hear you, then everything's going to be all weird. So bear with me a second, guys. I do apologize. Normally I have everything set up, but this is strange. But it's great seeing you all. I missed talking to you last week. It was it's been a crazy couple weeks. So we got somebody saying, what's going on, Steve? Facebook user? Not a whole lot. All right, let's send it to Connor here and let's see if we can get him on and going. And yeah, maybe I might have to mute myself and let Connor take care of the show while I figure this out. All right. So while we're doing this, I don't really have a set plan for tonight. My plan for tonight is really just, I don't know, hang out. Truth of the matter is I miss you all. I miss my friends. And I don't know, I just feel like chatting. So so I just kind of gonna wing it, gonna chat. Let's talk paintball, and just generally have a great old time. We got Rob Walker, Steve, and we got Lex going, what up, bud? Again, everybody, just so you know, for whatever reason, my excellent headphones aren't going to my headphones. So this is weird. So I might, I'm bored and ain't got shit to do. Well, Justin, do you want to join on the show? Because you're welcome to. I'll send you an invite right now. All right. And Justin, just sending you an invite now. So yeah, so my goal for today, for the most part, is basically just to have we're all sitting around a campfire, having a couple drinks and just shooting the breeze. And that's just basically what it is. And I'm Glazen, I have sent it. And Matthew, Mr. S. and Walton going, yes, yes, yes. I don't exactly know what that is. Except for maybe when I was with your girlfriend the other night, she was saying something similar to that. But woo! So anyway, Connor.
Hey, mate.
Hey, how's
it going? Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, and I actually have sound in my ears, so whatever it is, it's working now.
Yeah. You needed some Aussie magic, mate.
Maybe that's exactly what it is. So how you been?
Yeah, good, mate. I'm just out at my mate's place, who's got tanks, and I've been just out here catching up with him and showing him some paintball stuff. We kind of shot his tank a fair bit with some paintballs, and That's sick.
So now how do we get the tank to shoot paintballs?
Well, it can. Just hook an air compressor up, and we need to design a paintball that'll fit a 105. Or we just pour a whole bunch of paintballs down there and shoot it like a giant canister round.
Well, I know back in the day what we used to do is we used to when we made the paintball bazookas, we'd get a what's it called? A
Those
styrofoam
Nerf.
cup. No, styrofoam cup, and we'd fill them with paintballs, and then we'd breech load that.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Hey, we got Justin, Lacey. I thought it was Justin, but you're coming up as Lacey.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we got Robert Hansen saying, "What up, Steve?" Hey,
Yeah,
Ronan, good to
Rob.
see you.
Connor, how's it
Yeah.
going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Pretty good. I love the accent.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Well, he's actually in Australia, so he earned the accent.
Hey, cool.
So
those are
Well-
those are the tanks. That's a APC, a British APC.
all right, we got to see a better picture of that there. All right.
Then behind it there is an Australian Centurion Mark 5.1. Well, it's upgraded. I'll just move around so you can see a bit more of the tank. I'm out in rural Australia where just about everything's trying to kill me right now. We're on location. Crikey, look out. But that's the big girl.
That's sweet.
So we're currently doing her up and staring down the business end of the tank there. So
Apparently,
sorta-
Neb loves your accent too.
Thanks, Neb.
Neb
And hello
Nella.
to Kenny. Yeah. And
So-
somebody's calling the goat, so I guess that's you, Lacey. It sure isn't me. Hey, Andy, it's good to see that you're on. So,
Down under.
yeah. So I don't have anything specific to talk about tonight, guys. I just honestly missed everybody out there and whatnot. And I wanted to go live. I literally forgot today was Wednesday, to be honest with you. It's just been one of those things. And I thought, let's just go live. And I'm not saying we wing it. I'm just, normally after a paintball event, everybody just sits around chewing it. Yeah, there's no rules really here. Normally I'm try to
Sweet.
stick on a point and yeah, I don't.
Sounds good to me. I'm just sitting there in the house.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the deplorables poster in the back.
Yeah. That's
Now,
my
is that-
team. That's
I see an Immortal Air. So what's that all about?
that's my team banner.
Sweet. So tell me about your team then.
I play for the Deplorables. We're out of Northwest Indiana. We play woods ball, mech, and scenario.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, travel all over playing games. I play more scenario now than anything, but I think they got a 3-man this weekend up at TC Paintball in Michigan. So they're in a 3-way tie for first for that, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that should be pretty
Wow.
fun.
Yeah. So do you guys get any paintball in this weekend?
Oh, I'm planning to. Just depends whether it's going to rain or not. Because
I guess I meant the weekend past, but I guess the weekend future, sure.
yeah, I got some on last Saturday, but I had to do like an outfit conversion in the middle of it because it started absolutely bucketing down. So I took my cleats off and put my flippers on and put the floaties on and then just swam around our paintball field.
Cool. So what was it? Was it just for recreational for the day, or what was it? Anything special?
Just a rec game. A lot of our ballers just come out just for a bit of fun, and we didn't know whether it was gonna like rain or that much because it was really hot, sunny, muggy, and then just started getting a bit windy, and we're like, oh, thank God there's a breeze. And then about 20 minutes after it started blowing, all the big thunderous clouds come over and just drenched, and it was like, lucky I bought my flippers and floaties. And there was literally a part where we could have put a tinny up there with a 15 horsepower on it and just like PBR street gang through the field. So
Okay, what's a tinny?
Tinny's like a little boat.
All right.
We just call it a little boat, the tinny, because they're made out of steel or aluminium. So, and for the Americans out there, aluminum. We call it aluminium. And yeah, just been like PBR street gang and boys in the hood through the middle of the field. It was like that much sort of rain going in there. But it's been raining here and all of that for the most part. Just sort of getting out in between the rainstorms, and hopefully this weekend we're going to be playing some ball. So we got a big tournament coming up on the 17th of April. That's going to be debuting the new team I'm playing for, and it's a 3-man, but we have 4 in our team, so we can at least have a sub, so one of us can sit down and sink a scooey. And
a scooey is
beer.
There we go.
I call it a schooner, and that's like a beer schooner, but then we decided to shorten it even more than that and call it a scooey.
I like it.
So
It works for me. It's just one of those things. Not everybody knows what you're talking about, dude, which is one of the reasons why I'm always glad to have you on.
Yeah, it's either, but the funny thing is, it's like, even though we have schooner, scooey, someone will be like, oh, bro, do you want to sink a tinny? And everyone will now think, oh, yeah, we're going to sink a boat. No, we'll sink a can of beer because it comes in a tin can. So we'll just be like, yeah, let's just go back, drink a few tinnies, you'll be right. I play better when there's more people that I can see on the field after a few tinnies.
Yeah, but all I'm thinking about is Tombstone now. It's like if you're seeing two bids, you're seeing double. So I've got 2 guns, one's for each of you.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like an anti-aircraft gunner just flood the entire air with paintballs, and it's just like somebody's going to hopefully end up getting hit.
Cool. Just for curiosity, so just to recap everybody out there. I have no plans for tonight. Never did. I've completely lost track of the days. And tonight's chat is just going to be paintball players just shooting the crap. So if anybody wants to join in, don't hesitate to send me a message and I'll send you an invite. Maybe we can just fill it up. But it's basically this is going to be like a campfire show. Everybody just sitting around the campfire talking. Normally I've got a plan and a topic, and I try. Yeah, I'm not even trying tonight. I'm just happy to have you. Although, I do have one cool thing to show. Do you guys see the shirt I'm wearing?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the Stronghold ones. I got to pay for mine and get it.
No, this actually says Mantis gear.
Oh.
So
Sorry, I got to get close to the screen to be able to see that.
Yeah. So in 99, I think it was 99. I think that was, or is it 2000?
Yeah, didn't you play for Manus?
Well, that's the thing. I played with a team called I Have No Idea. So they thought, Bart Hartnett was the team captain of Team I Have No Idea. That was the actual team name. And we were sponsored by Mantis, and we were supposed to be getting actual Mantis jerseys. And they weren't able to make them in time, and so they sent us these. And these are a heavy cotton mock turtleneck shirt, and this was the jerseys that I used in Skyball 3. So this is my Skyball 3 jersey.
Well, if you're wearing a turtleneck, you need a chain.
Well, it's not really a turtleneck. It's a mock turtleneck because it's just a really big collar. So and I loved these back in the day. Like I loved mock turtlenecks, but I think we ought to bring them back. So. Yeah,
and chains, big Cuban chains.
No, I don't know if I want to bring back chains. And this is the true story. I was actually looking on the internet the other day. And by the way, hey Andy, good to have you.
Hey Andy.
Yeah. But
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Stone the flaming crows.
There used to back in the 90s, one of the things that a lot of people wore were, those bath chains, like
Yeah.
but they were jumbo chrome chains, so like the actual balls on it were like 8.5 millimeters or 10 millimeters.
Yeah, like dog tag chain.
Yes, but big.
Yeah.
I want one of those. I used to have one. It all wore out. I want one back. I've looked around and they want like $25-$30. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $25-$30 for like this stupid chain that used to be like $2-$3 at flea markets. So
it'd be get like a little, like get one of them big chains and then down the bottom have like moose, because you know how they say someone's the goat and all of that, but for Canada it should be like, the moose. And like, but I just said Canada. Oh God, idiot.
Hey, don't worry, we've said worse.
Oh, and then down here we'll just be like, yeah, we'll just call him the wallaby or something.
Oh, the chats are coming in, and I'm trying to catch up, and people are ripping through. So, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, welcome, Andy, to the show. I have no rhyme or reason, and I saw you on. You guys are welcome to stay as long as you like, or you can drop out when you want. I just
got a whole bunch of the team, joining in right now. I see Dan's on there, and Brent's watching, and everything else, because I'm getting a nice jersey.
Yeah. Well, if anybody out there says, "Hey, I want to join in," there are no rules to tonight's show. None. I think I just earned another nickname.
What? None?
No, Rob Walker just says Moose McGuire. Thanks,
Moose
Rob.
McGuire.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. The Moose. Go Maple Leafs.
So
this is gold.
Somebody named JT just joined in. Hey. Oh, right. Jeff Thompson. Right. There we go. You can't actually
Jeff.
use your real name, can you? Oh, Matthew's saying shoot me a link. Okay, Matthew, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, get good.
So you guys talk amongst yourselves while I figure this out.
Welcome to the party, Jeff.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting to see a funnel web spider there, Connor. Go look around.
Okay. Let's go find one. just walking through the bush here.
Fiddles on your wall.
Bear with me a second, because Matthew, Mr. ESPM Walton, I don't actually have you on my friends list, so I'm just tracking you down right now.
Here we go. Here's a bit of Australiana for all you other people that live outside. This is a pretty little flower thing right here. We call this lantana. You can't even kill it with fire. I mean, it does burn in a fire, but then it's like a couple of days later, it goes straight back to like being like this. It's like everywhere. But, if you actually eat any of the foliage accidentally of this kind of stuff, it'll literally eat you from the inside out. Like it causes all your skin and everything to rot. And yeah, we call it lantana. And kills a lot of cows around here too. So it's like pretty much one of the pests. Nearly as dangerous as a funnel web, but
sounds like Little Caesar's pizza around here.
we have Domino's for that. That's like if you're really wanting to do a cleanse, eat some of their pizza. You'll get a very strong internal cleanse. But round here, especially where I'm currently out here in Australian wilderness, it's like there's a goanna that's rustling behind me. They're really tasty to eat because it's like the chicken of the bush. We do have bush chickens. We call them bush turkeys. But yeah, that's sort of no funnel webs because it's too wet at the moment. All their holes are submerged. So, but yeah, that's one of the dangerous plants of Australia. That it'll kill you if you accidentally decide to have a munch on one.
Yeah, but what in Australia doesn't want to kill you? I mean, like seriously.
I would say like my ex-missus, but everything else is hostile and volatile to my existence here. I'm like, but I'll tell you what, look, I'm in sandals, and in the bush.
I could go get sandals, but we got snow outside and it's 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki.
Well, it's sunny out here now. The rain has stopped and we're off to a great start. Now the snakes might come out to get a bit of the sun. But yeah.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
We
What's going
lost
on, Guru?
we lost Jeff Thompson because apparently his connection just wasn't holding, unfortunately. So sorry, Jeff, but if you speed it up, just click on the link again and we'll have you back in. So again, everybody, because I've got a lot of people joining in, there's no rhyme or reason to tonight's show. I just missed everybody and felt like talking, and so I'm glad you all joined in. And yeah,
G'day, Guru.
Well, if you weren't
What's up,
stuck
Connor? How
up
you
there
doing,
in
sir?
Canada, you could be down here playing next weekend with Connor and everybody. Just saying.
oh, don't get me started.
You know,
Don't.
we got a mech event to go and play. It's going to be a battle of all the LA Remembered teams going on.
Well,
Where's that at?
Oh.
It's in Pueblo, Colorado.
I might have to go, Steve. My phone's about to die, but I just thought I'd jump on quick and say good day to everybody. But
We have
Hey,
this thing
Connor.
in
Hey,
Australia,
Connor.
in America called electricity, Connor. You plug stuff in.
yeah, I've got to go and kick me donkey and get him to walk on the wheel again just to charge me batteries a little bit. My hamster died a week ago, and all I could afford was the donkey and now I've had to upgrade the entire system to fit a donkey, not a hamster. So,
all right, dude. Well, listen, go charge your phone, and if you decide you want to jump back on, the link will still be valid. So just
Bring a
click on the
kangaroo
link
next
again.
time.
yeah,
I want to see
Gotta
you
get them
boxing a
wallabies.
kangaroo. Come on. Or a wallaby.
yeah, kangaroo, wallabies easy. They're about football size, so you can just kick them down the road a bit. But kangaroo, they're something else. They're a little bit dangerous.
And Peter's calling me.
This show isn't gonna get me monetized. Not this one. Not happening.
yeah, can't fight with the ruse too much.
Oh, and it looks like Connor just locked up on us. So Connor, you have a great night, and yeah, we will talk to you later.
Lacey,
Talk to you later.
Lacey had a me man moment. And now. Oh man. So you said Colorado, huh?
Yep. You're in Denver. Where you at?
I'm in Michigan. I'm slightly north of Lacey, slightly south of Steve.
Slightly south.
Slightly. Well, I'm at Detroit. I mean, depending on how far are you up across the border?
Well, you are I'm just outside. I'm just east of Toronto. So Windsor is a 4-hour drive, assuming that traffic is decent and you don't get slowed up driving through Toronto or slowed up driving through London. So it's a 4-hour drive from Toronto to Windsor, and Detroit is actually above Windsor.
Right. Well, from your end above Windsor. Right. So from your end, it's above Windsor.
Yeah. So I got to zoop around and come back up.
Copy.
Yeah. But so north of Windsor, Detroit's actually because the Detroit River. It's just is what it is.
It's a lot. It's geography. I didn't do that well.
Well, I actually lived in Windsor for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have to say, for those of everybody that's not out there, if you want to see great fireworks, go to Detroit on the 4th of July or on Canada Day, because the way they work it out, but they get multiple barges that they float in the Detroit River. Hopefully they don't set the Detroit River on fire again. But yeah. So they'll get multiple barges that they'll put on the Detroit River, and then both the city of Windsor and the city of Detroit contribute to this fireworks display. So you've got two cities contributing to this massive fireworks display, and it's awesome, especially when you've got all the skyscrapers like the Renaissance Center and whatnot, at least from our side. And so you got all the fireworks going off, and all the windows are mirrored. So not only are you seeing the explosions or the fireworks, it's all reflecting going down on all the skyscrapers. It's just awesome to watch. So if anybody really wants to see a really great fireworks display, I can't think of one that I've seen that's better than the Detroit Windsor collaborations.
Yeah, I love it.
See when San Diego set their whole set off in like 30 seconds? That was pretty fantastic.
That might have been a mistake, by the way.
Oh, it was. They weren't happy. It was like 20 minutes of fireworks in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that. Is there video? Is there video of that?
Yeah, let me look.
He's gonna find it.
Oh, Neb, are you asking to come on the show?
He's either trying to come on the show or he's gonna come play with us, one or the other.
Yeah, see, Colorado's a nice little drive for me, especially for this weekend. I supposed to be at Bones and Ashes this weekend, but the wife's birthday is this weekend, so that's a no-go for me. So there's no paintball for me this weekend at all.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
There was an event when it was my wife's birthday. It's like right over here somewhere. I'm like, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to have a home to sleep at, right? You know,
It's true.
yeah, paintball can wait. Popping off quickly to the West Coast.
Lies. Paintball off way too much, and I miss it, and I'm glad to be back. But no, I wish I was able to swing down to Colorado this weekend. Believe me, I really do. If it wasn't for the new border rules, I'd just be down. Okay.
Well, they open those up by September when we do the charity event.
I heard a rumor, so I'm hoping to have it open by July because I heard a rumor that certain people were coming down to Monster Game.
Oh yeah, which one's that? Rumor's that?
The rumor that I know for a fact Neb was coming. I thought he was trying to work you and get you down here too.
Well, I haven't been told that yet. Now, which monster game are we talking
Well, I'm
about?
officially telling you that then. Hell Survivors Monster Game.
Oh, Hell Survivors. Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
thinking about the Indianapolis one. Yeah,
that's Purge. That's the Purge, right?
I don't know.
I can't keep in track.
I hear Monster Game. Oh, I'm thinking Super Game.
Oh yes. Well, we're involved in
Which
Super Game
one?
too. We're involved. Right. Which one exactly? Which one?
That's the thing. Like, there was a bunch of people that said, "Steve, you got to come out to the original one, which is like in Indianapolis."
That's
I think
Oregon. Nope, that's Oregon.
Oregon.
The original one is Oregon. So Super Game Midwest, this will be the second year to do that one. That's in Indiana, and then Super Game East Coast. It'll be
There's
it'll have quite a
There's
while.
Neb, turn your thing sideways.
The nebulizer.
Right.
The original one, which is like in Indianapolis.
Right.
How's that?
Better.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Hear you great.
Hey,
Can you
nice
hear me?
shirt,
You're
man.
old. I told you that we need to go to Hell Survivors and that we're gonna play
I
Monster
forgot.
Game and that we're gonna play for Guru and
Turn your thing sideways.
the other sideways.
No. That's somebody's playback. You good, Ned. That's somebody's
You
playback.
got echo going on.
That might be me.
Yeah, you got to mute the original chat.
You're old.
Brent, you're gay.
I think you've got Neb.
Am I good now? Is there a playback?
Hold on one second. Let me just mute
might
him
be-
for a second.
Yeah.
Yep. Neb, you're lagging. All right. You are lagging hard. So,
But yeah, so Steve, I mean, I'm gonna let you guys have. But yeah, Steve. So yeah, if you come down, me and Dewan is commanding. I'm his XO for Monster Game.
all right.
And I think Andy, you said something about the other Super Game. What Super Game are you talking about, Andy?
Oh, we were talking about Oregon.
Okay. So you're going to Oregon?
Well, no, I haven't decided which one yet.
I mean, you can always do East Coast
Oh.
and come out to Maryland and run with me.
All of them.
Hell
I'm
Survivors,
all of
Dave
them.
Massey's feel. That's the
No, I'm
place to
talking
be
about
good.
Super Game. I'm commanding Super Game East Coast for the red side.
Okay, so the red side. Who's the command on the other side?
Ryan Harris out of from Venom.
Might have to come on your side.
It's like they don't think I know what I'm talking about.
We hear you now, Ned. We hear you now.
Well, here you is. All right, Neb. If I go 1, 2, you can repeat.
1, 2.
All right. Lag's gone. Yay.
Okay. All
1, 2.
Sometimes I think it's just you, Steve.
It could be.
Oh,
And we
trust
got
me,
the
Ned.
Uncrustable guy there talking about Super Game. He's gonna come play for Guru. What's
Right,
Brent doing?
I
Who's
got
Brent
you.
playing for?
Brent would be with me. Notice we have matching jerseys.
Okay. Well, there we go.
There you
Job
go.
done.
See, and think, Steve, you got something else too. Me and Lacey going against each other in October. We're going against each other in October.
I was going to wait for you.
Show him the belt. Show him the belt.
All right. So I'm going to do this so you guys can poke each other.
Show
I'm
him the
gonna do
belt.
this.
Yep.
That's right. We were playing for Lacey in that game.
Oh,
Show him the belt.
oh.
Exactly. I'm coming forward. So Steve, me and Lacey are playing against each other in October at the RTT event at Sherwood, and
Oh, nice.
we have a frenemies thing going on. So so as the month progresses, you're gonna start seeing content come out against me and him at each other. So and then we're playing together in 2 weeks. So I mean, there you go.
And
Justin's
I'll be
already
at
tried
Monster
to
Game.
bribe me.
And there'll be a monster game with us as well. So
No, that's not a bribe. You can come play for Guru. That deal still stands, bro.
But I got to vote for you, but I'll play for Guru?
Yeah, you can vote for
Yeah.
Guru too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until we go
Well,
against
You
each
did
other.
vote for Guru? Gosh, shitty.
We got a lot going on around here, Steve. We got a lot going on around here.
Apparently.
In our own little small world. So I am one of the captains of Mutant Paintball 313 out of Michigan. We just started playing paintball we became a team about 2 years ago. Just started playing paintball seriously, I'm gonna say last year. I commanded my very first game last year, and then this year I got 9 commands.
All right, wait. Did you say you're with Mutant Paintball?
Yeah.
All right, goodbye.
I was going to say, I believe Steve already knows Mark.
Oh,
Marky.
Steve No Markey. Okay. All right. There you go. So yeah, I am one of the original Mutant Paintball creators. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. But
Oh,
it'd be fun. It's nice to meet all you guys. Like I said, I've been watching your show for a while. I know Neb, talk shit with him all the time. Andy, I follow you guys' movement and what you guys are doing. So yeah.
Well,
It's an honor.
we're glad to have you, and you're welcome on anytime. Like, I don't know. Tonight's just been a weird couple weeks for me, and just but you know what? I really miss talking with everybody, so I just wanted to make sure we created the show. But as far as getting towards, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself. Let you guys.
Hey, guys. How's it going? What are we
Hey,
talking about here?
welcome to the show, guys.
Gives us enough time to do something.
Yeah. He's going to go get some Uncrustables, isn't he?
He's probably going to get Mac Dev.
As long as he keeps his pants on, we're good.
As long as it's not Uncrustables.
Oh, I love Uncrustables. They're so good.
I haven't tried them.
What's wrong with the Mac Dev? I mean, I like it. I like Mac Dev.
Mac Dev are great. It's just that Andy is now one of the big reps for Mac Dev, and I'm pretty sure they just got a shipment of them in. Andy, what did you go get?
There's a bunch coming. What?
You said you.
Oh,
went to
you
get
left,
some.
so I had to go to the freezer.
So can we talk?
God
That's an
damn
Uncrustable.
it.
That's an Uncrustable. It's definitely.
I hate it when I'm
Uncrustable.
right. My wife just chimed in. She hates it when I'm right, too.
Yeah.
So Andy, can we talk about that mechanical marker that's coming out yet? That's being rumored.
Oh, it's not a rumor.
All right, Cyborg, right?
No.
No. What is it? Can we talk about
Droid.
Droid. That's okay. That's what I meant. I'm
It's
sorry.
called the droid, yeah. I guess I can let that out.
God, how could you mess that up?
I know, right? How could I mess that up, right? Well,
Is there anything of the tactical persuasion, like maybe a tactical drone throwback?
No, this is a new design.
I just like rails.
well, I'm buying one, so it doesn't matter. I'm buying it, so it doesn't matter.
Hit me up, I'll sell you one.
All right.
Yeah. So that's the thing about Andy. He's really Andy. Tell what you do for Mac Dev.
Well, I'm a ambassador. Of course, with the Ally Remembered Foundation, we got in. They actually came to us, which was really cool because you go out and you try to get sponsors, and that's what teams and stuff do. But being a nonprofit, when they came to us, we were like, wow. I think there's only one guy in the entire state of Colorado that might have one. Actually, there's a couple guys. So maybe there's 3 I could actually think of right off the top of my head in the entire state. I'd never even shot one. So we got to look at them. Now that's all I shoot. As far as that goes, love those things now. So then they're like, well, you guys could rep these because we have a bunch of chapter teams. We just added Cobra Kai, actually, which is another team locally here in Denver that met up with Brent, who's on the call with us, and Tom from the foundation, and signed them up too. But we got into doing that, and Mac Dev has come full force supporting the foundation and all of our chapter teams in ways that no other companies probably ever even offered, at least in the 34 years I've been in the sport. So it's interesting. I wish I could say more about the droid, and there's another surprise coming at the end of the year that I'd really like to talk about, but I can't say anything because Fetty would tear me up if I actually let that cat out of the bag. But
I just like to point out, Fetty, if you're watching, that I'm not saying anything. It's all these guys, and this is live. I can't just delay and delay. So don't be mad at me.
Do it.
Be nice
Do
to
it.
me, but be mad at everybody else because it's not me talking here.
he's going to actually be on
pressure.
tomorrow with Amber Wong. She's interviewing him with her show that she's doing. So
And
that'll
she's
be
with
interesting.
Anthrax, right?
Yes. She's, Destiny Girl and all that with, or used to be with B and everything, but that'll be interesting. See if he coughs up some of Grandma's Italian recipes since he's over there in Italy. I doubt he'll do it.
Bring the wine.
Right. Get him drunk.
Thanks to MacDev too, though, because you guys are supporting that tournament next weekend.
Yes.
We were looking for mechanical markers to give away, but thanks to Andrew and MacDev, we're giving away MacDevs at a mech tournament.
Yeah, I wish we could have the new ones. I'm still waiting to see. I keep getting told that no, they probably won't be there by then, but then the boss just goes silent and doesn't say anything. So who knows? As far as we might have some show up and he's just doing it to tease me. I don't know. Wishful
Who's the
thinking.
Canadian distributor?
I don't know who is the Canadian distributor.
I have a recommendation.
Steve? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no, sorry.
In order
neighbor's
to-
upstairs.
In order to be a distributor, I'd actually have to have like storage space and of a be able to stockpile an inventory and
Got room in your apartment there. You could sit on those. We'll get rid of the chair.
I'll put a
Yeah,
storage
no.
container up back.
You got an attic.
they're full.
Well, you
Not
have to
even
move out all your old stuff, and we make.
I'm not
room
even
for
kidding
you.
a little bit. I have been for the last few months, but really in the last few weeks, I have been purging like crazy, and I think I've thrown out about 16 garbage bags worth of stuff. Not actual garbage, mind you. Just this has got to go. I haven't used it in years. I don't know when I'll use it again, and I've just been full on purging. But
I'll take it.
yeah. No, you won't. It's already gone.
It's
But
like,
no, as far as
it's
MacDev,
gone.
I have talked to Fetty personally, and I was like, "Hey, dude, if you want to do something, contact me. I would love to." And he's like, "Yeah, it sounds like a great idea." I'm moving right along, and that was it. Like it was just, I was like, "Okay, fair enough."
I forgot I was ready for the mech tournament. I got my old 98 sitting here, and let's go.
You got a flatline on that thing?
Yeah, we'll just reach around the bunker. Good to go. Look, I even got a barrel plug in it. When's the last time you saw one of those?
Just don't play like Tipman Effect.
All right, let's see this. Wait. Now I got you. There we go. Let's see this thing. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
been a while since I've seen that.
That brings me back. Look at that high-tech porting on the end there.
right?
Muzzle brake.
Nobody will hear that.
Break.
It's a muzzle brake.
Call it the beaver because it just chews through the bush.
Are you actually going to use that in the mech tournament?
No. I don't even know if it shoots right
I
now.
hope so. That'd be cool.
Oh no.
Maybe I'll bring
really
it down. I'll have to
wouldn't.
put a bottle on it.
So I've actually used flatlines on speedball fields, and yeah, I'm not a fan.
Nah, I'm going to shoot an EMEC.
That's
Nice.
the way to go.
Or
There
a
you go.
cocker.
There you go.
Because I don't personally have any mechanical guns.
I have
I've got
nothing
my
but-
sniper pump and all my cockers. Of course, Bud was hit me up today, and he's like, "Now wait a minute, what do you play in the mechanical event with?" And I was like, "Well, B sent me a EMEC because we've also got the Ally Remembered custom one-of-a-kind bodies being produced by RC Custom that we are eagerly awaiting to see. We know what the design looks like, but not in the purple and everything.
Right.
Hopefully I get a picture of that by Monday or next week, because he keeps hitting me up every day on that one. But B sent down a couple of EMEX. So I was like, well, I'll just go out and play with that. And so I got something. And then Bud today's like, what do you need? And I'm like, well, I can't use my carnivores and my black magics for that. So who knows? He might be sending a cocker to play
Well,
with.
there you go, Matt. You can use your EMF 100 and you can use it nasty style.
Nah, I'm not shooting that gun. I'm never shooting that gun nasty style again in my life. Never. So nasty style for us is a mag fed gun with a hopper. That's nasty for us.
I love it.
We don't shoot mag feds nasty. No, we don't do that. No.
Why?
I showed him a warp feed. I showed him a warp feed today.
Now warp feed. You might sell me on that one, but no. The reason why we don't shoot mag feds nasty is because what's the purpose of having a mag? I got a gun that take a hopper.
Because you can't. Well, you have a CS2, so I can't. I shouldn't say anything.
I do, and I'm waiting for my mechanical frame to come so I can do my CS2 mechanical.
Okay, so when I come down there, you can let me use it nasty style.
Yeah, I'll let you use the nasty style.
And I have the high capacity rotor, so I'll bring that. So
I just ordered a rotor. I just ordered a rotor for us. For that,
get the high cap lid and then put that on the warp feed and then make that. You have a 3D printer too, so
I do.
Don't tell me you can't. I don't want to hear excuses.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You can shoot it though. You can shoot it. You can shoot all of them. I got what I was saying with the Mac Dad thing. I deal with what do you say? Don't let me. Right.
Well,
But,
Jeff's old enough. Jeff's old enough to know that other nasty thing that I sent a picture to Matt of. I sent him a really nasty picture. Sent him the nasty Typhoon or Palmer's nasty Typhoon, and it had two shredders, 9-volt, or I guess 18-volt, whatever they were, the big shredder Revies, double barrel.
Yeah, that's double nasty. That's double nasty.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that's double nasty. That's outside of my nasty level. That's outside of my nasty comfort zone.
So if I come to Hell Survivors, what am I supposed to be shooting? Just your curiosity, I can shoot anything I want.
What you want to shoot? I got an amp. I got a drone 2. I got an EMEC. I got a CS2. I'm about to have another CS2 because I want to run a mech. I got a MG.
Steve's got his own gun. He's good.
I know he got more. He got several enough, but he don't want to bring it across the border. I get it.
Oh no, I have no problem bringing it across the border. I just wondering what I'm supposed to be bringing because, when in Rome, be a Roman, right?
Oh, paintball field, bring a marker, Steve. So slap master on up.
I mean, we can run nasty.
And in that note, goodbye, Andy.
We can run everything nasty if you want to, Steve. Let's go. Let's just be the nasty boys for that weekend. Let's do it.
As long as the trigger doesn't fall out this time.
Yeah, exactly. Lacey let me use his pump at the purge, and I lasted like 30 minutes with that thing. I got out there and was like, "Yep, nope, this isn't for me. I need to be able to shoot a lot of paint. I'm accuracy by volume."
That's all right.
I'm all about pump. Love pump.
Yeah,
it's okay, Ned. His trigger can fall out because the last time that happened, I turned around and handed him a Mac Dev, and he finished the event with it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that event was World Cup, by the way.
Yeah, It was World Cup, but that's actually a common thing with chalkers. It's one of those little quirks, and every paintball gun out
it's been common since I think like 98, 99.
Yeah. Hey, I've never actually owned a shocker before in my life. I've never owned one.
I've had a shoebox for like 10 years. It's worked for like 2, maybe.
The first 2?
I don't know. I didn't own it then.
Oh,
I wasn't paying first owner prices.
You're smart. Hey, you're smart.
Bunkered with was a shocker.
But I'll use that matrix any day.
I was playing Skyball 2, and I was handed a shoebox 4x4, and
that's what mine is, the turbo.
I was really excited to have it. It was blue, which I didn't like, but whatever. I had lent Paul Darnborough my 97 cocker, and so somebody had lent me this shoebox, and I went to start shooting it, and I got bolt stick right in the middle, and I was in the middle of a thing. I look up. And there's there's Bob Long on the fence staring straight at me. And I'm just sort of like, I'm going for the flag. And I gave him the call. But yeah, That was the only time I actually ever really used a shocker before getting my XLS.
I used it once successfully at a Wasaga rec ball game, and they were right away. They were like, "Crony that, check that. Like, is that legal? Check his, hydro stamp. Like, what's he doing? Is this reg safe? Why is it making those noises?"
It's not good though, Steve, to say that the only 2 times you've ever stepped on a paintball field with a shocker, they haven't worked.
No, but that was.
I believe I alluded to that several times, all the time, many times.
No, it's not. That's not it. Like, I mean, the shocker worked for me great most of the day. I love that thing, and shocker was super nice, and they had me back up in no time. But there was a fantastic Mac Dev sitting there waiting for me. I knew it was a backup. I was like, okay, let's give that a whirl, and that was awesome too. Although it makes a really weird noise. Not bad. Just it's got that tingy zip to it. It's almost like an autococker with the back block slapping, but it doesn't slap.
It'll let you know that it's actually shooting. That's what I like. Got that little bit of noise going on.
I will take the rare opportunity, though, to do something I never do, and I will, say, good for you, Steve. Good job. I heard that you did give that shocker to someone on another team who was trying to pivot. You were like, here you go. And they were like, what? Wait, and you were like, go.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it was,
and then the trigger fell out. So
I don't remember
I'm
what
not saying
team that was.
sabotage, but
Well, that kid was having trouble chronographing that gun because they were having trouble getting him on the field the game before too.
Yeah,
So
they've been
we were
having
standing there because we kind of took over the pit area right next to because we're old. So that it was the
Mine.
respect your elders situation. And I was like, it's hot out here. We're taking the tent, and everybody else could stay out in the sun. It just comes with age. But yeah, he was having trouble, and we were looking at each other, and they couldn't get it going. And the ref's like, come on. And Steve's just like, hands it right through the net. And it's like, here. And the kid looked at him like, what? And it's like, get the damn game going. We want to finish our game so we can get the hell out of here.
and then the trigger fell out. So
And
whenever anyone says,
After
three
that.
man's not cutthroat, I'm not saying sabotage, but
No, those guys were good. It was so funny though, because after the fact, I took it and I went straight for their team. Like after the gun went down, I was like, "You rocked it so hard, you broke my gun." And they're all just like, and it was they were honestly concerned. It wasn't that they weren't threatened. They were just like, "Oh no, what happened? What did we do wrong?" And it was all good. It's just one of those things that happen.
And you were like, "It's a
paintball.
smart parts. It just happens."
Yeah, no, it's got nothing to do with that.
Maybe I haven't been around long enough. I haven't had all these problems, but maybe they fixed them by the time I got into the game.
Well, when you get a new gun every 6 months, like you haven't had time.
You haven't had time to break it.
Although you do shoot a lot, so I mean, I'd hate to see your shot counts on some of those.
I get an old ass gun every 6 months.
An old ass
They're
gun
all
every 6
broken.
months.
You
I
keep
took
trading
my-
backwards in years. Next week it's the null spot.
I
It's
had
like
never.
the Benjamin Button paintball disease. I dig that.
Yeah, I'd only used the Ultra Shocker one time before, and that was at Frosty's Revenge at Wasaga Beach. And I didn't even put 1,000 rounds through it. Like I was given a case of paint, and I took a half a case of paint back. And I know I gave a bunch to some of the other Booney boys that were with me at the field. I'm like, here, pass this out to kids and stuff, because my thing was rolling, right? But I gave most of my paint, or I shouldn't say most, but like I gave a good portion of it back to the field owners, just because they were nice enough to give it to me. Oh, Guru, you got somebody poking in, and they're gone.
And
So Wasaga
I'm
and
old.
Booney boys. I think this is a good segue. What's going on with the Beach Blitz?
What's going on with Beach Blitz? I have no idea.
I've been challenged to play a 10-man, and I've never played a 10-man. So
Yeah,
Like
they're
Steve.
going to do 10, man. They won't. I don't know. I hope they do, but they haven't told us anything about it.
another team's asked, "Hey, you want to play the 10-man?" Sure. You want to pay my entry fee? Yeah, whatever.
What teams want
Um,
you to play with them?
The Llamas. And I said, whatever. We'll give it a spin. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I know 10, 12 people, but
I don't know if the Llamas know 10, 12 people. Like, don't get me wrong. They're great guys.
Do you realize that's like 30 minutes of play? Like that's a lot for me.
Yeah, no,
But
those.
I'm assuming Jeff have played Beach Blitz. Let me in.
I'm not in.
What's the tips? What do I do?
In no
Do I do it?
form am I bashing the llamas, because I got to hang out with them last year for a bit, and they're a riot, and I think they're funny as hell, and they were cool to play alongside. But they do not have speedball gear. So
They do now. We do now. We've got M170Rs. We've got some nasty mag feds that we can make nasty. I've got mags. And,
okay, so MagFed is not speedball paint guns.
Yeah, but you put a
just not.
hopper on it. You put a hopper on it, and
Yeah, that's what make it nasty.
M170
That's
with
what
a
make it
short
nasty.
barrel.
That
Take
does
an
not
M170,
make them a speedball gun.
I will take my TAC 1 auto mag and I'll put a little barrel on it and I'll put my rotor on it and we'll do it. But I don't know, like I've never done 10 man. Like what is it? That's a lot of play. That's a lot of like go time. I'm not used to that. I'm used to like poking people with a barrel on a necklace, and I'm used to shooting a Nerf rocket and everyone dies.
You'll have to come out and practice with us, and we'll show you what 10 man's all about.
So to that point, is everybody else on this panel tournament speedball players?
Mm-hmm.
Not a chance in hell for me.
I'm not a speedball player per se. I've been playing since 1989, and I think Andy, were you 88?
Yeah, we've been out there a long time. I've done it all.
When we started playing, speedball didn't exist. Okay,
yeah,
so
I got to play with Jeff at Combat Pursuit, and that was a top awesome kind of memory for me. It was just that first game on the break, whatever. I thought, okay, yeah, this is what it's all about. So I don't really care what it is, right? Like,
you played with us out in Milton too, didn't you? Were you out in Milton last year?
Yeah, you guys are playing against me, jerks, but that's not fair. But yeah, I played one sort of season of House League Speedball. I bought some JT teams and a flex, and I thought I'd go out and do it. And after just getting pasted, I was like, nah, you know what? I'd rather get shot like 10 to 12 times a game instead of like a point. And I did a skills clinic. That was fun. I learned a ton. I would recommend everybody do that. That was awesome.
We started playing in '87 at RLD Games, which you'd get 30 or 40 5-man teams on the field at once. And you were just collecting armbands, and that was fun.
Those were insane.
Yep.
See, and then Neb missed all the days of like the World Cup when it was down in Orlando, but out in the woods and all the deep palmettos and all that. You should have been there for that. Those were the days, especially when you have the All-Americans that somebody, or Tilford's like, 10-man stories. I'll give you a 10-man story. So we would be out there walking fields like everybody back in those days, and the All-A's would come through. And granted, I know Adam and them, but hopefully they never see this. But they would go in and tie surveyor's tape up in the trees because it's really thick in all the palmetto because you're basically in the jungle. And we'd be walking and we'd watch them tie that off. So we'd go over and untie it and move it over like 5 feet. Because what they were doing was tying to mark a lane as they could shoot, because the fields were, so damn big that if you could get a lane to go through and try to hit the other guy, you'd be great, and you'd never see the paint coming. And since they shot that evil paint that like literally had legs and would get up and crawl towards you like a horror movie, a little bit went a long way with that stuff. So we would move their surveyor's tape over. So instead of them shooting it this way, now they're shooting at a tree that they can't really tell that they're hitting. That was over there. Just a 10-man story from way back in the day.
Yeah, I heard Carpet Bob used to do that with beer caps too. They'd mark mounds fields or something like that.
Yeah. This used to be the way back in the day. You didn't have boards and you didn't have the internet and everything else. So you showed up and walked the field and you drew things out, and that's what you had. So now it's changed. What
do you think about blind formats? Like not walking the field.
Oh, blind format's the way to go.
Totally would prefer blind format.
Yeah.
It brings back gunfighting skills. But getting back to Guru's question about whether we're speedballers or not, like I'm rec ball, I'm speedball. I just like playing. I've never played with MagFed. I've never used a MagFed marker, and I want to try one just so that I can say I have, but I don't really have any interest.
Don't do it.
Why not?
Fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My language. Don't do it. Okay. I'm gonna just say flat. Don't do it. Now I bought an MG thinking I was gonna like. I had a TMC. I was like, okay, cool. TMC's cool, right? Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, let me level. Let me go to the quote unquote the next level. No, not the top. Let me go to the next level. Let me get an MG. Yeah, it's not for me. I shoot too much. I'm not. You said guns. I'm not a gun skills guy. I'm gonna spray a whole lot of paint around you, and one of them might hit you. That's me. I can't do that with a MagFed. It's not enough for me. I need more than 20 rounds. I need more than 20.
See,
the good thing you weren't around in the 80s when it was 20 cents a pellet and 20 cents a ball.
Right.
Yeah, but that's when I started, and obviously when you started as well. Like up here in the late 80s. Even the CO2, it was available in the States, but wasn't that so available up here. So we were all rocking 12 grams, and we were looking at these big bulk CO2 canisters, drooling like, oh, that would just be so awesome. So that's how I started, and to this day, even though like when I played Frosty's Revenge at Wasaga Beach, I had the XLS set up for it was at full tournament mode, right? But I was only just like doing shot here, shot there. It wasn't until I saw like a massive crowd that I just really started walking it. But yeah, like I don't know. I'd try a MagFed. I don't know if I want to buy one, but if
go for it.
But you've played airsoft, Steve, and like so have I. And I don't know. I feel like if I was gonna make the jump to MagFed, I would just go back to airsoft.
I didn't like.
But then
airsoft.
I slap a huge like 400 round mag on it, and whatever. I play speedball, and they get mad at me, and they say you didn't give us enough time to plan. And
But it would be interesting to see you go all full, 10-man nasty MagFed at the World Cup.
well, have you seen that D4 player? I think it's D5 in Ontario that plays with a TIPX with the extended Zeta mags.
No,
he's got some good video. Like him and his team are able to work well enough that he can use a pistol with a couple mags and whatever. He takes 2 or 3 out, gets pasted, walks it off.
Sounds like a Reaper.
No, he doesn't wear a skirt.
No. As far as Ultimate Predator, by the way, I'm not sure who that is from Twitch, but am I excited for Super Game? If I can make it, yes. I just don't know which Super Game or whatnot. I'm excited just to play paintball again.
So you're getting out of the country right now. So.
John Adams, that's his name. Yeah, that is John Adams. That's his name. Ned. Yeah, that's
I'm
the
a
guy's
pub
name.
player. I play speedball when I have to.
Like I said, Lacey gave me his pump, and I think if it wasn't the purge, like that type of event, maybe I could have gotten around to getting used to it. But going into that type of event, first time ever using a pump, I was sitting there and I saw a guy and I'm sitting there trying to pump it and shoot and I couldn't hit him. A guy next to me had a mini. I was like, hey, let me borrow that for a second. And he swapped and I got the guy out and I gave it back to him like, thank you. Okay, I felt better.
The snake player on my team, kid by the name of Ryan Reed, he plays stock class almost all the time when we're out walk on or practicing. And when he picks up either his Mac Dev or a mini, he's like a ninja and he hardly shoots any paint, but he'll take 2 or 3 people with him.
Yeah, I was showing Matt my stock class today, and I only just started playing that a bit this year, just because I was rusty and older, balder, fatter, like Steve always said, and I thought, you know what, let's just see what. And it worked. It was fun. It's different with the spring feed and the cram. It's not a cram and jam like I used to have.
Well, he uses a cram and jam Phantom, and he plays speedball with it normally. And
one of the first pumps I had, it was P68. Not the stock. Oh no, there was the Magnum. It was the PMI 68 Magnum, and it had like a Phantom cram and jam kind of on it, and that was okay. That I learned a lot. It was weird, but yes, like Matt said, I don't recommend doing that at like Super Game or Ion or don't be the guy with the pump unless you're going to be in the command tent all day.
But you're used to it though, Brent. You're used to it. I'm talking about for Steve to say he's never ran MagFed, to come down to Monster Game and say I'm gonna run MagFed. I don't suggest it.
No, I just embrace the fact that I'm old and I suck.
Well, I mean, I suck at paintball too, but I legit suck at paintball. That's a real thing. But I shoot enough to where I look dangerous. That's all it is.
Accuracy by volume.
That is who
It was
I
like
am.
back in the day when you used to put the SMG 60 on the strap on your back, and everyone just thought you were like the captain of the team, and you were like, follow that guy.
Somebody's saying we need a 40+ senior division.
Right?
I got
That's what you keep
I
pushing
bought
years.
for,
that
I
in.
did
Andy.
that in 2 years.
Oh, that's Bobby.
I've been
Yeah.
saying that.
I've said
Old
that.
bones.
The
Oh, is that-
surgeries add to my age.
That's Bobby.
Is that Bobby Doust?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't recall, Steve. I don't know. We'd have to go back and look. We used to do the pump versus semi big games, and I don't ever recall any of the semi side ever winning any of those.
PBSL still
wrong.
does that in California.
Yeah, I think that they're still doing it, but back in
Yeah.
the day, these were some pretty big games.
See, that was back in the day where you could do missions and win games, and that's what Matt. I kind of got interested in what he was doing and what Justin's been doing. Like
Are they true pumps
Play,
or they
they're
got
tra-
auto
they're-
triggers on them?
Yeah,
If they're
I have
shooting with,
two
they're
true
shooting with
pumps,
auto
one with
triggers,
an auto
then
trigger.
yeah, you can light them up.
So with my 3 guns, only one has an auto trigger.
I mean, well, you guys, Brent, you guys are different, right? So that's what you do. No, I mean in a good way though. Like, I mean, you have way more skill with a pump than somebody like myself with an automatic that just pull and rapid fire. It takes
Most people would disagree with that.
I don't. Maybe I'm too new to disagree with it. But again, I have a different respect for somebody that's out there with a pump or even with tubes. Like, it takes a different type of player to run with that.
yeah, the
To be-
mutants don't do things for other people.
No.
They do
Yeah.
it.
It's
It's not for the masses.
It's not. We have 36 friends, and that's the only people we do stuff for. Our 36 friends. That's it. but no. Like, yeah, I just have a different level of respect for that because I can do it personally.
Well,
I
Steve,
need-
you had his name on Facebook is Penguin, like Penkin, the autococker wizard, right?
Yeah.
Wizard.
Mhm. Yeah.
He had a post the other day that said like, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying like a pump player can pick up a semi or an
Yeah, I
electro
saw that.
and go hurt some feelings, but it's hard to do it the other way. It's hard.
And that's
to,
what I'm saying. That same thing I'm saying. Like, Brent will probably watch us because he's used to doing that and used to picking his shots and knowing how to, get that shot. Where I'm just out there, I see a pod pack and I'm gonna shoot at it with everything that's in my hopper and then dump another one in there before I actually hit him. So yeah, exactly.
The truth.
And then
of
when
the
you hit him,
matter is-
you'll say, "Get
and-
the fuck off my field."
That is a
and
fact.
I think Andy will agree with me because he's had just about everything. Is that once you get used to playing with
that's
one
not
type
true.
of
I haven't
marker,
had gonorrhea or syphilis.
that's not what your wife said.
Ooh.
Keep trying. Not trying hard enough. Dig
Don't-
harder.
You can't set me up like that, dude. You just can't.
Yeah, what
Anyway.
are teammates for?
My point is that once you actually start practicing and you use it, it actually makes you more lethal with the semi. So the best thing that you can do is go out there and get the cheapest pump you can find. Like,
A Zodin.
sure, whatever.
Empire Tracer.
Sure.
Yeah, tracers.
Because
yeah.
rails are cool, Mac Dev. More
Anything,
rails.
anything.
Did you want to put a scope on your Mac Dev?
Rails are poo.
No, I just having rails without anything on them. That's the point. I could
But
put
I'm-
the supremacy scope on it, but I don't want to.
All I'm saying is if you get the chance, get an old crappy pump marker and play with that, just regular rec ball,
Mhm.
because what it does is it forces you to see the field differently. And you actually start seeing angles and you start forcing yourself to move and learn. And it teaches you a whole different skill set. And then once you have that skill set and you're ramping machine gun of death, that you're now vicious. Like you think you're a bad player, Guru, but if you get the chance, get a shitty pump, play at just small events, like just local for fun.
We need to bring Guru into Denver so he can come do a PBSL.
Sure, absolutely.
It's
But
not
I-
us. Let me know.
23rd,
'Cause
Sorry, what?
April 23rd, 24th, we're doing the PBSL event in Denver, I believe.
Yeah, dynamic.
Yeah,
Well, that's why, I mean,
on
Steve's,
the spools.
Steve's an expendable and part of Valley Remembered Foundation. So, he knows the whole thing, but that's why, like, because Brent started up the PBSL here in Colorado, and we found out about it, and we were like, ooh, I've heard about this in California, but we, obviously we don't go out there to try them. But then we went and did the first one that he did, and looking at that, and granted, we've got an X-Ball series that's ran by Denver Chaos here and stuff too. So you've got that. We've got woods and mountains and all flavors of paintball going on. But when you start looking at the kids and the youth and getting them into the sport and getting people to come back out and play that are older, I mean, because I'm almost 52, or I will be this month, and getting that older genre of people back out that want to compete, but getting on an X-ball field, there's just no chance. I mean, me and Steve do it, as far as that goes, but you got to be young. It's a younger person's game to compete and be up at the top, in the NXL and any real, type of X-ball series. But PBSL type stuff where it's limited paint because it's only 200 rounds and then 500 on the mech side, forces you, if you're one of those people, to play a different game, because if you go trigger happy, you're going to be out of paint in a couple of seconds, and then what are you besides useless?
Well, even Tom was struggling a little bit with the 500 round limit.
Yeah,
at that last one.
Well, that's
what do you mean? Even Tom would totally have trouble with the 500 limit.
He was
like, I don't know him as well
as
some
player though. So he's used to.
We're back players. We shoot a lot, but when you step back into this realm, it's the mentality that you have to turn off the spray and pray and accuracy by volume mentality and go back to your roots, which now it's like, oh my God, if I actually point this barrel in this vicinity and I wait just a second and I see the target and then I pull the trigger and I'm basically aiming, maybe not quite down the barrel with the sight type of aiming, but you get the feeling of where your marker is going to go after you play with it.
And there's no big CO2 plume in the air, and you got to go
right. But it's that skill level's it's
missing. I'll say it. It's missing.
It's missing. Don't get me wrong, because obviously we play X-ball and all that, and at the World Cup and everything, and doing NXL and stuff too. But that's a skill that you have to practice at. You have to get good at. But a lot of it is accuracy by volume, putting into a lane, and trying to be cognizant of what's going on and keeping communication up, because it's very fast paced and done in 3 minutes or less. Go into the woods and into like an ICPL type of situation where now you're playing like 10 man in the woods with the Booney Boys and the OG Iron Men and Aftershock and stuff like that. Now you need to go back, and it's not so much accuracy by volume because there's a lot more stuff in the way. Trees and bushes and things that don't exist on a speedball field. So taking that time to get that angle, find that right shot instead of just trying to pour 200 rounds through a damn bush, might get one ball to go through. If you're lucky, you need that, sneak around, find the angles, get the shots and move on in that bigger scenario. So yeah, it's lost.
And there's other to that too. If you go back to the old 10-man woods ball, when you had the flags, whether you're doing center flag or flag on the other end, you had to manage getting either the flag back to your own end or pushing the flag forward.
Right.
So you had to work as a team to be able to hold down whoever they had left on whatever part of the field. I mean, it became a chess match as well as being able to shoot accurately. It was more. I don't know. I don't want to say more fun. It was different.
Oh man, say more fun.
It was more fun.
Go watch the videos from the ICPL events and just watch those games. And if you're a speedball player, you look at those and you're like, oh my God, this is so boring, because you're just used to that pow done.
So do you think a Millennium type series, like the more limited paint to that? Like I liked watching that. Shit, I'm going to say back in the day, but I liked watching that back in my day. The Millennium, just because there was more movement, there was more bumping, there was more not communication, that was sort of the same, but I guess field awareness, like I got to go now and I'm doing it, and I've only got one pod left, so now I'm gonna go. Like,
but see, Neb, that's what we getting back to. So like again, me and my team, we are 100% a scenario team. So all we play is scenario events. So next year, after this year's over, we got all these crazy games this year. Next year, we plan on going down to Texas and playing the Texas Revolution Series, which is a limited event game.
Yeah.
And then I mean, this is my first time hearing about it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw what Steven put up. Dewan, like I run with Dewan Mitchell a lot, 13 of the 13 Legionnaires, and he's in a road trip. So we'll probably come that way. Like we plan on doing a lot more things outside of what we've been doing, put like that. And that sounds very interesting for us.
The Cobra Kai team that Ali remembered just picked up was primarily a scenario team when they started out. And they started coming down to the PBSL events. And what's cool about PBSL is if you have a team, we don't care. We'll break you apart. You draw cards. We're going to random draw your team. And it's a good crossover for the scenario teams.
Yeah, that's why I like it. That's why he caught my attention with that, because again, that sounds like that middle ground. Because someone else was trying to, I think me and Lacey were going to put our teams together and do like a 10-man, whether 10-man, I think, and go do a 10-man out of New York. But it's like this might be a better crossover for me and my guys than anything.
Well, what makes it more interesting too is limited paint's one thing, but you can register your whole entire team of 10 guys, and the way that we do this in the PBSL. You draw cards about 30 minutes before the game start. And, oh, look, I've got an ace. And Brent pulls out and he's got a king. And Steve's got a queen. And then Guru pulls out, he's got an ace. Okay, well, there's one of my teammates. And so on as you go. So you don't know who you're playing with until right before it starts. So you may not even have ever met these other players, because all the points carry over on individual level, not by teams. So you're just aces that day, or your kings, or your queens, or your jokers, or jacks, however many in the year you're going with for teams. And now you got to get with these guys and be like, oh, I've never met you. Okay, what are you good at? What are you bad at? And pump.
So you could be like Splash One, and he'd be like mayonnaise. Like,
right.
I don't know where Arizona is.
But it adds that element into, the guys that have been around playing for a long time, seasoned players like, Tom and Pono off of our team are doing. They're getting in with these younger kids, and obviously there's the time, the time on the field is one thing, but afterwards they're getting with them and they're like, okay, here's what you need to do, and here's what I saw, and there's a teaching factor going on that normal tournament paintball doesn't offer, especially in.
I like anything that kind of forces you to like interact with people you would normally.
It forces you to mingle. It forces you to mingle with people that you would have never talked to before.
Right,
and that's why I like the cards. Have you guys seen the player cards that Matt did? Oh, here he goes. He's got his printed. Anyways, it's a fun little trading card, but I don't want to take Matt's, but I think
go ahead. You know that. I mean, so I've talked to him about it. The reason why, right?
Yeah,
so my
kind of put them around on the field. And if you find them, you can come and find us, and you get, I don't know, some swag or something like that. Exactly. Talk to us, like come in our tent.
That's why our logo's the cards, though, because you draw your cards.
Right. See, in our mutant team, how we do our mutant team, we just bought, I think I got 600 cards, right? And I plan on just to leave them out there, throw them out. I'm playing, put them out there. If you find it, come back. Like my team, we got a whole bunch of swag. We got a whole bunch of, wristbands and headbands and a whole bunch of crap that we just have at these games. And you find one, bring it back to the tent. You keep the card and you can pick some swag.
Is that your pitch?
That's
That's a cool idea. Oh, I got to do that.
So, that's why I was talking to you about challenge coins. About getting
we got those too. We got challenge coins, we got wristbands, we got player cards, we got headbands, we have stickers, of course. Like I went and bought all that stuff. So I got 7 different wristbands that people can choose from. I got 5 different challenge coins people can choose from. Like I said, different headbands, different size, and different stickers. I know you guys probably know about these things, but the old school the barrel sleeves.
Oh yeah.
We got barrel sleeves too. I have some of those made. So we got barrel sleeves that people can pick up from us, and if they like us and find and stuff, they got barrel sleeves they can grab. So
purely egotistically here for a second, if I'm able to join you, Guru, at Monster Game, does that mean that I get my own player's card? Are you guys going to make one up for me? Put me on it?
Send me a picture. I will. Send me a picture. I'll make one for you. I have it printed and be ready for you.
There you go. Your player's card right here, Steve.
I was going to say, Steve, we got a picture of you.
Fat shortbread, baby. Fat shortbread right there.
Sorry, what was that, Jeff?
Sorry, we got a picture of you that we put on the back of the tent at all the games.
Oh, jeez.
Do tell.
Andy, I was supposed to ask you from our Andy about your little frozen delectables. Was that one of the things you were just holding up there?
Oh, the Uncrustables. We turned Steve onto these because he can't get them in Canada.
Yeah, so
Poor guy.
one of our guys has a food truck and he does frozen breaded deep fried desserts and he wants to use those, so we need some.
Well, we sent Steve back with some, but I think his
So you guys didn't
son ate
send
them
me.
all.
I forced you guys to take me to Walmart so I could buy some. And my son and, well, his sister, they devoured them. But they specifically wanted the Nutella ones.
Those are pretty good, though, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hopefully the border opens up this year so we can get down there and get some, I guess.
Well, we could just go stand on the border right there and throw in.
I mean, hey, look, come down to Detroit, come down to Windsor. I'll stand at one end of the bridge and just chalk them across the water. How about that?
I said I was going to jump in the St. Clair River and just float down. And
I got you. I said I'll be there to pick you up.
Yep,
I'll be there to pick him up.
Yeah. Undocumented, Neb.
Undocumented.
Did we actually get in trouble for throwing Uncrustables across the border?
We probably could. I think we would. I think we would get in trouble. If I stood at the Detroit River and went, I think I would.
They'd open one and eat it, and they'd just be like, oh my God, and then they'd probably want to come storming across to get more.
Hey, I wonder if you could get enough rain to fly drones across.
Yeah, there you go. Just fly a drone back and forth.
Now you're doing
international.
international.
Tom Case probably got automags with riot balls pointed.
That's an international crime.
Down. Not less than lethal.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, Amazon's going to start using drones to start delivering packages, or so they claim. Can we just start like droning Uncrustables across the
Uncrustables in
the Detroit
Canada?
River?
As Connor said,
that's not a good idea.
I know. I said that's international. That's an international crime right there. No,
that's not a good idea.
That's an international crime.
You're better off frisbeeing them across the border than doing that.
Yeah, and if you play frisbee golf, you can get a $10 million contract. I don't know if you saw that on my nipple page there.
That is amazing. By the way, I'm going to go out. I'm going to practice like all summer. I'm going to be playing paintball on the weekend.
Yeah, you can suck at paintball, but you need to get good at frisbee golf.
That's a fact. I like that.
Well, Guru plays a lot. I think you play a lot at Hell's Survivors, and so I sent him that one picture that Martin from the Booney Boys, where he's just standing in the water, like up to his hips, just letting her rip. And Matt was just like, "Yeah, we don't go through the water."
Nah.
We grew up in the water.
Yeah, no, this doesn't swim. No.
Badass picture.
Well, I believe Jeff mentioned RLD, which was for the longest time one of the oldest paintball fields in Canada. I think it was like the third or fourth one that was opened in Canada, period. And that was just about 20 minutes away from me. It was such an amazing field, but all the local fields around here, with the exception of Combat Pursuit, but all the ones near me, they all have creeks running through them. Actually, I don't think Combat Zone did. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Most of the fields around here have creeks running through them. So Canadian paintball, at least here and around Toronto, if you went out to play in the woods, you were getting wet, like just flat out. The creeks would go up to your about a waist. That's about as deep as it would get. Usually it wasn't past your knees. But if you're playing a field, you're getting wet, period.
Well, we also didn't have backpacks with pods of paint in them at the time either. So,
No,
So,
we had like Tupperware tubes and.
So I think Jeff needs to tell us the most embarrassing story that he ever remembers with Steve playing on the Booney Boys.
Agreed.
I never played with the Booney Boys back when Jeff played. And truthfully, I only became a Booney Boy officially, or honorary Booney Boy, a few years ago. The thing about myself and the Booney Boys is we all used to play at a field called Boot Camp. And Jeff had left by that time. And so you would need Martin.
Martin or Andy or Bobby, get those guys on. They'll tell you the funny stories about him. I was out west playing in Calgary for Team Havoc, and we were playing on the West Coast stuff
Right.
back out in the 90s. So
Yeah. So what I used to do is the Booney Boys were always like a really tight unit, and I was friends with them, and they would always like, oh, we need somebody for practicing. So I would always jump out. I was always the person that they were beating up on. So technically the Booney Boys taught me how to play paintball because I was always playing against them. And I believe it was Andy. His parents actually had a chicken farm, and they had one big chicken building it was just the chicken coop, but one big building was empty. And so we were actually able to play indoor during the winter. So I would go to the chicken coop and be one of their targets. And yeah,
there's some footage of that. We were just watching it earlier tonight. There's some video footage of the chicken coop.
I got
Steve getting
pictures.
shot.
Oh, there's probably lots of footage of Steve getting shot, but whatever.
That's definitely.
The love. So does anybody have anything? We've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes, and I got to be honest, I'm getting hungry. But is there anything anybody wanted to bring up? Lacey, Guru, because you guys have got big games and teams and stuff. Wasn't sure if there's anything you guys want to plug?
Pirate game.
Well, personally, yeah. I mean, like I said, we got you guys. The event that you guys are doing, we won't be able to make because it's the same weekend as Pirate Game at Sherwood here in Indiana. Me and Lacey again will be kind of going against each other for that one as well.
Lacey's the defending champion. Show the
Yeah,
belt.
well, no, that's the RTT game in October. Like
Yeah,
you
show
said,
the belt. Show the belt.
Steve, I mean, just real quick for you, Steve. I hope you get to come down to Monster Game again, July 25th to 23rd to 25th at Hell Survivors. Me and Dewan are commanding it. Neb's coming down, and then Super Game Indiana and Super Game Maryland, which I'm also commanding. That's all I got to say.
I better hope he's coming down and got $3,000 to get back in.
That's yeah. Like I hope they lift something that bullshit up soon.
Apparently, you can just leave the airport now. Like they're not actually forcing people to go to that quarantine. You just take the ticket and leave.
But how is that even possible?
You just, I don't know. Apparently, you say I'm leaving, you get an $800 ticket, and you hope to fight it in court one day, or I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. You went to Florida this year. That's just crazy on a regular year. Like
I went to Florida and Denver.
Yeah, Denver, whatever. You know, but Florida, that's like, did you need your passport again? You have to go through like security, like TSA.
No,
again?
honestly, there was more security in Denver than there was in Florida. Florida and Vegas, they don't care.
There might be a reason for that in Denver.
Yeah, no, you fly into Florida or you fly into Vegas. At least this has been my experience over the last couple of years. You come in and they're like, "Hey, yeah, welcome." Like, don't you want to check in? Like, nope. All right.
No,
you fly into
Here's
Chicago.
the quick test. Just go and Google Florida man, and then hit enter, and then go Google Denver man.
The difference is he's talking about customs, not TSA.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
You gotta go through
Customs in
again
any
in Florida,
high
I think.
visitor area, they don't care.
Yeah, no, like they flat out don't. You fly into, but when I went into Chicago or Denver, it was just like, it was just insane.
No, they'll let anybody into Disney World, but we're kind of picky here.
I
Yeah,
was just about to say I've never been to Florida by my own choice.
why not?
I either went for a family vacation or I went because my wife's family are what do you call it, snowbirds.
So they have a place where we can crash.
Yeah, it's the only reason I got to go to the Tampa Bay machine gun shoot, which top 10. Check that out.
I have family in Florida too.
Nice.
So Neb's going to come hang with us at World Cup. Got it.
I never go there voluntarily
We're trying to hit
either.
the world. So again, the Mutants, we're trying to hit World Cup as well. So we might be down there. We're trying to make World Cup this year. I'm trying to talk my wife into making it a family trip and letting me go and watch paintball.
All right. Well, make sure that you link up and
Watch
talk
paintball.
to
We'll put
Andy.
your ass on the field.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I'll be at Universal Studios in the Harry Potter pub.
That's where the kids want to go.
Is awesome.
That's where the kids want to go, and that's the reason why. That's how I'm trying to sell it. If everything
Guru
clears
and I'll
up,
be at the Leaky Cauldron.
there you go.
I'm just saying though,
Do that.
like you gotta play World Cup, dude. You have to. It doesn't matter if you get like shot completely off the field, just to be able to say you played World Cup. I can't even begin to tell you. It's surreal.
Well, if one of my newfound friends make that happen, and I'm down there, then
Those
maybe
guys
we'll do it.
still go to Universal. Somebody's got to pay my salary.
There you
Saying.
go.
I mean, we do own it.
In December, I was at Universal the same day as Andrew.
Yeah,
and
that was
we
funny.
didn't even run into each other.
He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at Universal." He's like, "Wait a minute, I'm at Universal." Total coincidence, too.
Moe's Tavern in the Simpsons land's pretty cool too. Check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I guess they're going to remove part of Dr. Seuss land now.
Whatever.
Not going there.
Yeah, whatever on that one. Whatever, man. Like, come on.
I thought it was funny.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's what it is. It's horrible.
Nobody even bothered to check to see if he was a real doctor.
Way too sensitive.
He got his
All right,
doctorate
guys.
from online school.
Well, thank you all for joining me on the show. Yeah, there was no rhyme or reason to this show. I just wanted to be on. I missed my friends. It's great chatting with you. Great meeting you, Lacey.
You got a
and
bunch of
Guru,
strangers. So
Brent.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
We've met a few times.
Well,
Just make sure you send the PayPal to all of us as soon as we hang up, Steve.
yeah, no, you guys get nothing. I got nothing to send.
That's what you have to pay us for to be on the show to claim that we're friends.
All right.
I rescind my statement, then I have no money. I don't
You will as soon as Steve pays you, though.
copy that. You're right.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for a great evening and a chat. It was just fun. Anybody want to say anything before you start dropping off?
Yeah, real quick. Our game October 8th through 10th, Sherwood Forest. It's the second National Esports RTT Challenge. I got the belt right here. Come and help me defend the belt against what is it? Guru? Yep, that way.
I'm coming for it though.
He's
And
gonna
you can
try to
win
take
some
it from
really
me.
cool machetes.
Yeah.
Also,
Again, that's pirate game.
Achilles and
That's pirate. That's pirate, man.
just
All right,
go to their
Ned and
games.
Steve. A bunch of us are going to PRZ on the 24th and 25th of April for their scenario game. You guys should join us.
Well, hey, if I can hitch a ride with someone, as long as I don't have my son, I'm good to go. Even if I'm only taking pictures.
All right, it's a weekend long. We got a hotels booked, so
There you go. You got a
I
mission,
can't
Neb.
afford a hotel, but yeah.
you can sleep in the team. You can sleep in the team bus. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping anywhere near Bobby. That's just not happening. No. All right, guys. Who wants to drop off first?
All right, I'm out.
Might be me.
Let's see.
All right.
Faster.
Oh, what a great night. All right. I'll talk to you later, Jeff. You have
Yeah.
a good one.
Have a good one, Steve. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night. And everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm calling it a campfire show for lack of a better term. It's not really a fake it till you make it. I just missed my friends and wanted to chat and didn't really have much to chat about. So figured I'd wing it, hang out, talk paintball. It was great having you all. And yeah, y'all keep your paint dry and play with passion, everybody. Good night now.